What's up, guys? Welcome back to ManCave Collectibles. Coming at you today with a figure I'm super excited to bring to you in review form. We have got the new Cobra Island G.I. Joe Classified Series Major Bludd. So this figure has created all kinds of chatter in the collector world. Obviously a Target exclusive. Lots of mixed emotions come about that. But up until this point, this figure has been very tough to find. I have saw how this week a lot of folks have been finding it. However, I've seen pictures of just pegs full of Major Bloods at different Targets across the country. I was lucky enough to find one. I actually have a couple others as well where I've had folks finding them for me and trying to help me out as far as getting them. So we may end up doing some kind of Major Bludd giveaway here in the coming days here on the channel. So keep an eye out for that. Stay tuned to the channel. But let's go ahead and let's jump right into what we got in front of us, and that is Major Bludd in his box. Got some amazing promotional artwork here of Major Bludd, looking very much like the figure itself. Got our Cobra Island logoing here, the G.I. Joe Classified Series Major Bludd Hasbro logoing there in the bottom. We can see Major Bludd and most of his accessories pretty well right here in the window packaging. I really enjoy this G.I. Joe Classified Series packaging. I think they've done a fantastic job with it. Spinning on around to the side, we have another image of Major Bludd looking really intimidating and scary. On the back side, we do have the Cobra Island map, which this is really cool to kind of be able to see from this aerial view like we do. A little bit of legal jargon down here at the bottom. Flipping around to the side, you've got kind of the attributes of this character. I think you can go online and check that out. He is number 27 as well. We have number 27 on the top. Let's go ahead and break this guy out of his packaging and see what we got. So we got Major Bludd out of his packaging and onto our table, and I can tell you right off the bat, this may be my favorite classified figure yet, but let's run through the accessories. He's got his backpack. This is where we store the rockets that he comes with. We will take a look at this. Peg hole here, there's a peg hole in the back that will peg in. So that is the rocket, that is basically his backpack. It also has a peg hole here, which we can store one of his guns. Again, we'll look over that in a moment. As we said with the backpack, you got two rockets here. These do have pegs at the end of each of the rockets. Those will peg into the gun, but they're also made to be held in the backpack, which we'll take a look at here shortly. We got two different pistols. So we got this pistol here, which does have a porthole in the end that those rockets are able to peg into, just like that. Now that looks a little strange to me. It's not really the look I'm liking, but you know, it is what it is. We got a peg here on the side of the gun that will peg right into the side of the backpack for storage if that's how you want to store. Then we got a revolver. This one's got a little bit of paint on it here, a little bit of paint right here in your cylinder there where your bullets would go and feed from. Mine's got a little something there on the barrel. Not sure what that is, but it'll come off. But it looks really nice. I like the sculpting detail on this. Lots of sculpt work went into this guy. Very westerny looking, mixed with a little bit of futuristic type of feel. Then the most important accessory is the helmet here. This will fit right on top of his head very nicely. Basically just slide it right over the top like so. And that really finishes off the Bludd look. Now going ahead and taking a closer look at this guy, the face is impressive. So check that out. Let's pop this off just for the time being. We'll put it back on in a second. Got a little bit of gray right up here at the top of the hair. Kind of has that, you know, rogue vibe, but definitely the mohawk skint on the sides all the way around to the back. He does have kind of a dog tag necklace here that does come on and off. It, you know, I don't know. It's kind of made to kind of fit into place here. They kind of sculpted out to where it would just kind of fit into that collar almost perfectly, just to kind of hold it in there. I like the look of it. I don't know that I'll display him with that look, but it's there. Real nice sculpted mustache there. The teeth or mouth area has got those scars right there over his eye. Looks really nice. The chest armor here. Now, one thing I will say, and we'll kind of do a side-by-side here with this guy, but they definitely modeled him after the original toy, which is fine by me. You can just see the homage to that toy in this figure, and I think they've done that with a lot of these figures that they're going for in this classified lines, and I'm fine with that. Maybe kind of similar to that Super 7 type situation where Super 7's doing that with the TMNT line. G.I. Joe Classifieds may be headed in that direction here with the classified line, and that's good. I'll throw up an image here of the cartoon. You can see it just doesn't really match the cartoon. Cartoon, a lot lighter colors. This is a lot more darker feel here in the classified series, much more like that original toy line. So yeah, I'm good with that. No worries as far as the path they're taking. We all love the toy line. In fact, a lot of us probably remember the toy line more than we remember the actual cartoon. So bringing him back up to continue the close-up here, we do kind of have that bionic arm here, kind of a robotic metal arm. It looks really, really nice. Got a trigger hand here on that robotic arm. The armor here is a soft plastic. I love the plastic feel. Whatever plastic they use for this classified series, I really like it. Got a real nice holster here that the revolver, I would guess probably both pistols could fit into it, but it looks like it's really made for the revolver more so than the other pistol, because the other pistol also has a way to kind of store on the backpack. But that holster is strapped to the thigh. Got a little bit of detailing here around the belt, and then coming on down, just brown pants all the way down. Got the knee guard there, a couple shin guards here on his boots, and really nicely sculpted and painted boots here. It has kind of very much a leather look with a little bit of a steel toe there on the end. So let's go ahead and let's play with some of the accessories and get them on this guy. So we'll go ahead, we'll put the helmet back on. I do want to go ahead and we'll slip on the backpack here. He does have just a peg hole right there in his back. That should slide right in. Now, I don't know, you got to line the peg hole up with the back and with the armor here. All right, just like that. A little easier to do off camera there. Now, if you want to take the rockets, there are little ports there for them, and they will just peg right in. Now, it is not a real firm hold there. You can see that pops off pretty easy. It doesn't really even snap in. It's just kind of a friction hold, I guess you could say. So that, something you may want to watch. It might be something if you don't, if you just want to display them with that, it might be worth adding a little sticky tack or something, up under each of them to kind of, help hold them in place. As far as his gun here, as we said, there is a peg there on the side and a peg hole on the side of the backpack. So that'll peg right in. And then you have all the weapons right there stored on his backpack. I really like that. And then you've got the revolver here, which you can put in the holster, or he can hold it perfectly. You can see there him holding the rifle. So yeah, I mean, this is just, guys, this is a perfectly done figure. It really is. I don't have anything that I can really complain about from Major Bludd here. I'm so excited to have him in hand. It was like we didn't know if we were going to get him at all. Then all of a sudden, he just starts rolling out, pouring out. He's in stock all over my Target app this morning. So I ran out to one. I was in the midst of a toy hunt. The toy hunt will be coming soon. But in the midst of a toy hunt, was able to pick him up. So if you haven't found him, utilize the Target app. See if your local Targets have them. Call them. Go in and see them. This one, I actually just asked the girl in the electronics section, gave her the DCPI. She said, hey, we got one in stock. It's in the back. She ran back, got it for me. That simple. So don't be afraid to ask, when you're out looking for these figures. As far as articulation on this guy, it's going to be very similar, if not exact, to what we typically see with our male figures in the classified lines. I'm just going to kind of run through it here real fast. Up in the head area, we can get him down to about right there, back to about right there. It is a little bit hindered here with the necklace on plus the helmet. You're a little hindered as far as what it can do. We'll look here at the, the robotic bionic arm over here. It has a full rotation there in the shoulder, but if you look, this right here actually moves in and out to allow for that arm to be able to come all the way up to that level. And we actually are knocking off our, let's go ahead and move these out of the way. So that's pretty cool. That was good thinking to just kind of, allow us to not lose that range of motion. Up and over, no problem. We have a double jointed elbow here, so we can get way up on both of them. There's double joints on both. We've got a real nice crunch here. You can see it. Take that off too. Everything's falling off. Let's just take everything off. All right, and then plenty of back. Check that out. That's a ton of range of motion there. The nice thing here, what we didn't see with Flint, was Flint's armor up in the torso area went all the way down to the waist in the front and the back. So it really took away from this type of range of motion, which he's able to get. Spin in the waist area right here. Plenty of range of motion here in the outs. These thighs do kind of, it looks like to me like it's dislocating, but you can see how that pops in and out. That's just a really nice feature they've done with this classified line. Cut at the thigh, double jointed knees. We got a cut in the calf and then all your typical Hasbro range of motion here in the ankle area. Plenty going on in the world of articulation for this guy. You'll be able to get him in pretty much any pose you really want with no problems. Let's bring in a couple other figures for size comparison purposes, and then we'll wrap up this video. All right, here we got Major Bludd side by side with Flint and Destro, two of my favorites in the line. And I think he's perfectly scaled. As I said in my last review video there on Flint, this is not a line where we're going to see just massive scale differences in a lot of these figures. If you go back and watch the cartoon, obviously look at the original toy line, there wasn't a big scale difference in most of the characters. You just didn't see, like you do with Marvel, you've got characters that are 8 feet tall and weigh 500 pounds. That's just not something we typically saw in G.I. Joe. There was the scene in I think the original opening pilot episode maybe, where Duke was fighting, I can't remember the big guy's name, kind of an Indian looking guy. He was massive, but the core characters, the main characters that they're putting out, we're just not going to see a lot of scale difference. If you guys enjoyed this review video, hit that like button. It helps out the video and the channel. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to the channel. Would love to have you as part of the ManCave Collectibles team. And as always, drop those comments down below. What do you guys think of this figure? Is this a figure you're looking for? What do you think of the idea of doing a giveaway on the channel for one of the Major Bludd figures? And anything else you care to talk about, drop it in those comments. Keep it clean and positive. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time.